So, is the water change debate finally over? I hope so. And in looking at it, what was the big takeaway from some people saying that you could go without water changes, and some people saying that you absolutely can't go without water? What was the big takeaway on the whole thing? I think we all got out of it that there's a lot of different ways to do things, and that what applies to the circumstances in one tank do not apply to the circumstances in another tank. I don't think there's any way on earth I could go with without water changes in a tank full of large cichlids where you really can't keep plants and the bioload is so unbelievably heavy. At the same time, I've got to hand it to those of you who can create some type of an ecosystem that can be self-sustaining. I think there's something kind of cool about that, kind of admirable about that, being able to do that and sort of replicate nature. But you know, a lot of us talk about, well, let's make it more like nature. Let's make it more natural. And so right off the bat, we're starting with a premise that is a little bit off, because the truth is we have them in glass cages. We have them in glass boxes. And this is so far removed, even in a aquarium that is a light bioload, all plants, no filtration, you know, 6 inches of substrate, dirted bottom, covered with a sand cap. Even that, though it approximates in some ways a little bit more closely to nature, at the end of the day, it's a glass box, and is just a very different kind of animal, a very different kind of situation from what occurs in a natural setting with rainwater and different forms of life and an unbelievable amount of microorganisms. You know, it's just really a different situation. And so I applaud those who attempt to approximate that. I think that's very, very cool. I also applaud those who can see that there is a very, very big difference between what we're doing realistically, and just being honest, a very big difference between what we're doing here and what's occurring, you know, in the pond, you know, in Hidden Lake, which is a couple miles from my house. What's happening there and what's happening here is honestly very, very different, and would be very different to try and replicate. You can approximate, but you'll never, I don't think you'll ever really replicate. So I think we've all decided that we can all just sort of get along and do our tanks the way we want to do our tanks, and that those who keep the bigger fish that can't include plants, they'll always have to do this kind of maintenance, and those that keep a different kind of tank may not have to do it as often. So perhaps that debate is over. And I think it was good that we had these sort of worlds sort of clash a little bit, and the input that we got from John and from Father Fish, and you know, John Hudson and Father Fish and LRB, you know, from Lucas, and all of this. It all sort of helped to create communication between some worlds that were really not really talking to each other much, and when they did, I don't think they really understood each other. They just sort of dismissed each other, and so I think it helped in that way. And so for me, that debate is over. That debate's been put to bed. If you feel you need water changes, do water changes, regardless of the kind of tank that you have. Maintain it in a way that you get results and success, and really don't even worry about the opinions of other people. And So what's the next debate? Where should we go from here? From a YouTuber standpoint, this debate was good. It was good for, it created some excitement, it created some views, it created some clicks, right? So, and dialogue, I think, is always good. I think one of the problems we're running into right now in society is that people are living a little bit in isolation in their own little bubbles, hanging only with people who walk in lockstep with them. And so, and to that degree, it's very stagnating. It's not very healthy. So it's good that we got these worlds kind of pushed together and created some sparks. So I think the next debate should be, can you really get away with just using sponges only as biomedia and not need any other kind of media? Is that possible? What do you think? Do you think that you can run tanks with only sponges, 20 ppi, 30 ppi sponges, and that's it? No matrix, no biohome, no marine pure, nothing, no ceramic rings, no plastic balls, nothing, just sponges. What do you think about that? Share your comments below, and we'll expand on this discussion in the Saturday live stream, Cichlids and Coffee live stream on Saturdays at 11 a.m. That's 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Central. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.